All right, this is going to be what we're going to call part 3 of my 67 bug rescue here. As you can see, I did take it for a little cruise. A little video right there. Ran really bad. Lots of fuel starvation, but I was having a fuel pump problem, and I just put this one on that I had laying around. So I'm going to maybe go ahead and swap it out for a electric fuel pump. I'd hate to have to take the top of this off to check the float bowl to see if it's full, but it's not squirting at all. As you can see by the videos, I had to push it home just a few houses to get it home. Anyways, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tear this apart because I've got to rotate my generator anyways, and I'm gonna take the bug spray off of it, and I'm gonna put on a set of K-drons that I have up there in the rafters, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that all dialed in. So I'll catch up with you guys once I've got some of this taken apart. This bug spray, you know, it's a great carburetor, but I'm not going to be able to put an air filter on it. I don't want to run a standoff. You know, it's... Last time I ran these was 1977 in my 64 cal bug. So I remember the issues it had. The main thing is that you can't get a straight line with the throttle cable. So what I did do is I made a little bend there with some aluminum tubing, and it seems to work okay. But like I said, I've got all kinds of fuel starvation issues going on, and I don't know how much effort I want to put into it just to be able to run this bug spray when there's so many other carburetors on the market. And this motor's heads are ported and polished, so I think I could even go with a set of 44 Webers on it and be fine. But let's put the K-drons on and see what happens. I will be back, people. All right, before I start tearing everything apart, I better make sure that I've got everything I need to convert this over. I bought this used kit off a friend of mine. It's got some old parts and some new parts. We're going to hope these carburetors are okay. It happens to be instructions. But it has a twist style linkage, but I have pieces I need if I want to convert it back to stock type K-dron linkage. Anyways, all right, so everything's here. So I'm going to start working on this, get it put together, and then we're going to get this all torn down and get ready for the swap. All right, here we are. First things first, we'll get this carburetor out of here. You get it. All right, carburetor's out. We're going to go ahead and get those K-drons put in. Got K-drons are in. I had some issues with a clogged fuel line, so that's why you see an electric fuel pump just sitting there. Kind of ran it into place. Got it to fire up. It runs nice and crappy. Needs a lot of adjustments. And it looks like I've got a couple intake leaks that I got to deal with in the morning. I'll be back. All right, so I had the K-drons on there, and it just was running really crappy. Sprayed some carburetor cleaner around the base of the intake manifolds. Sure enough, I had leaks. So everything's apart again. Pulled the spark plugs out. And they're pretty clean. I think I could reuse them. I'm trying to decide if I want to go back to that single carburetor or not. Maybe since I'm this far, maybe I'll just, I don't know. Try and figure it out. So I got these, all right, so I got these K-drons on here that I was running another set. They ran really crappy, so I grabbed this set off of my red 67 and put it on here. And I'm gonna go ahead and fire this thing up. Yeah, I gotta adjust those up. All right, I'll squeeze. right, as you heard, it runs really crappy with these Cadrons, and I'm not a really big fan anyways. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull these carburetors back off and put the old Holley bug spray on there, because that was actually running fantastic. I'll take care of my fuel issues, draining the tank right now so I can make sure that screen's cleared out. And then I'm gonna take a little break on this one, and we're gonna come back once I've got the Holley all bolted up and this is ready to go. All right, I got tired of messing with the Cadron, so we're back to square one. The bug spray is back on the car. Hooked up an electric fuel pump because this fuel pump isn't working. I've got another one on order. But I hooked up an electric fuel pump, cranked it over, started up and ran pretty good. Still got a little bit of noise coming from the shroud and that fan, so I'm gonna have to pull it apart and put in one more shim. So listen up, here it goes. All right, of course with the bug spray it runs better. All right, as soon as I get my fuel pump in, we are going to take this thing back around the block, providing it doesn't rain in the next couple of days. That's why the buggy's in the garage. All right, that's it on this one. Thanks for watching. Ciao.